tired. But anyways, so I had a shift of DoorDash to work today, but it was snowing. It snowed over. It was snowing until like probably like 4. And I have an old car. I don't wanna risk it. Sometimes my brakes started with fast, you know. So I just stayed home. I made a video. I uploaded it.
Okay, I think we're good. We're streaming. We're live.
And
we're live up in the laundry studio.
So anyways, I'm only live streaming because I'm not really working.
Hey guys.
I think I'm gonna work tomorrow though, because I think the streets should be a little.
Listening to our guy Carlos Steve's live streaming. He's digitally painting an image by
I'm like, you know what?
what's the guy's name? Pinheiro or something like that. I can't remember.
So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just live stream.
Alejandro or something like that. Let me see.
I was thinking of doing like an old copy of a master. You know, like, I was thinking of Velasquez or something. I was thinking of doing Velasquez, but man, it's so boring. I don't want to just do
Alejandro. Come on. No.
But you know what? Let me highlight an artist that I didn't love a lot, which is Alejandro,
Pinheiro. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Pinheiro Bello. Alejandro Pinheiro Bello. He's an artist. I guess Carlos is really into him. I mean, his work is beautiful. If I'm not already following him on Insta, I'm following him now. Oh man. Opening grand. Come on, bruh. Come on now, follow him. 20,500 followers.
Also, big news, I guess. I finished applying to the MFA programs. Well, I still have one more school, but I applied to 4 schools so far. I'm gonna do 5 in total. And I applied to UCLA, Yale, Northwestern, SAIC.
All right, so today, this is what I was working on at work. Another version of sukiyaki. Changed the positioning a little bit. Same pose with the oni, pretty much. Maybe, I don't know if you'd call it 3/4 view of the face. This time, side profile for what's supposed to be my brother, I guess. And my mom looks a little younger. But now there's sushi on the table. In the very, very fore, the kind of at the bottom, is a big thing of sukiyaki. I added like this flags, you know, in the background. Still not done, but not sure about the composition. But I'm gonna finish it. Post it. Sukiyaki number 3. I'm just gonna kind of keep going with this theme. Try different stuff. But yeah, that's number 3 in the works. You can see number 2 and number 1. All right, but we are to be working on this. We want to get some more color in our gal here. Let's see if we can. Change our brushes up because we're no longer using the oil brush. Make sure. I'm not going to go that dark or bright. I'm going to outline this bit. Let me put something in chat real quick, you guys.
So I'm gonna my plan is to just start making a lot of portfolio. I mean, I'm gonna keep some paintings from my current portfolio in that, my new portfolio. Like, I'm gonna if I don't get to paint the programs that I want to, really, I'm going to reapply it once again later this year.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of some of this.
If I reapply, I'm probably gonna be doing a little bit earlier. Now that I got more flow of how it works, what to say my statements, and But the plan is, what I'm trying to say is, I'm going to be back in the studio in my school. I started the 23rd. Back to painting, new ideas, pushing my practice forward. This is some music. Orange right here. Oh crap. Okay. And so yeah, I gotta get back to the studio, back to making new paintings. It's gonna kind of suck once once school ends, when the semester ends, because I'm gonna be back in my home studio. And like to photograph my paintings here isn't the best. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, if anything, I'll probably find a photographer around my city or something. Alright, let's be more confident. Let's do some more low opacity marks. This we can like remove some stuff later, so it's not a big problem. So let's get this line right here. There. And then there's some orange. Let's get like this one. Right here. I have to go to the bathroom, you guys. I have been drinking so much water today. So much water. I'm trying to chill on, honestly. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go take a bathroom break. We're gonna come back. And I'm going to play the video that I was talking about.
Oh, what's going on?
And we're gonna play the video, and I'm gonna stop talking. I just kind of want to just chill, listen to this video, and just. Okay, so let's see what we got so far, guys. This is a really high res photo, by the way, or file. So this is what we got so far.
Hello, friends. Can't even spell. That's okay. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay. Oops. Need this.
Hello, lecturer Stefan, and I am a proud member of the Teen Art Council here at the SUPTEL.
I'm Annabella Ruiz. I'm also a member of the Art Council. I'm Mel Monroy, and I'm also a member of the Art Council. I'm pretty sure you can tell I'm a part of the Teen Art Council. My name is Janae Smith.
What was it particularly that drew you to the period of the Expressionists, particularly Monet, in your work?
Wow, what a way to begin. So first of all, thank you all for being here. My name is Natalie Alfonso. I'm from Colombia, but I've been living here 16 years. I went to Broward College at FIU, so I got my education in art in South Florida. And my work is
Oh, what's up, Goober03? Or I just call you Goober from now on. Thanks for dropping by.
houses, doing construction work, and
Yep, we're just back on this.
type of labor that's never
Doing some more.
connected to drawing and painting, so I could feel less nervous.
Oops, something's going on here. What's going on there?
Drawings and paintings or installations that I've been done in the last 10 years are meant to be destroyed. They're most of the time are ephemeral. For the NSU exhibition, there is a drawing that I made in
Oops, come on, man.
for the first time are meant to be collected, and I'm terrified about that because I've never made work
Okay.
to be collectible. But I'm kind of also embracing that as a mid-career artist, kind of creating a new foundation for my financial studio stability. But anyways, that's a short introduction there. My interest in Monet actually it goes back a few years now, but mainly last year I was nominated for a prize that I didn't get, but it's okay. Where I became more aware of the works of John Mitchell. She was a painter from the 60s, very famous in the United States, abstract expressionist. And
You draw a lot of red dogs. Is that your hobby?
Mitchell and
Yeah, I have to draw a lot of them.
each other in their works.
Eventually, I'll be able to stop.
That I saw in the catalog of the exhibition said
It's because this is for a book, kids book, so I gotta draw a lot of these guys. A lot of red dogs. And I'll probably be doing a third book, so I'll be drawing even more red dogs. Eventually, I'll get to stop, but I am chained to the dogs.
paintings and John Mitchell's paintings to think about how I perceive landscape, specifically related to my experience biking through the Everglades, and kind of how when I'm going biking at 50 miles per hour,
Yep, that's why I'm drawing all these. These are for a kid's book, so if I weren't doing the kids book, I would not be drawing red dogs for certain. Definitely. What's going on? Somewhere. Oh, here it is. Wait. Okay, I see. I gotta fix this. Whoops. Excuse me. Just got done eating dinner a little while ago, and I am burpy. Oops. Come on. Okay. Okay. Actually, let's get rid of this. What else do I draw? I kind of draw all kinds of stuff. So today I was drawing this. I was drawing this scene of an oni, Japanese oni, and having sukiyaki, which is a kind of a hot pot dish, and also the rest of the fellas here having sushi. This is kind of based on lunches I used to have with my mom and my brother way back when, And we go to this particular Japanese restaurant in Minneapolis, and my favorite dish is pretty much sukiyaki, which is the hot pot dish. So I was working on that today. Here's another version of that same subject matter. This was the first version. So this is sukiyaki number 1. And this is number 2. No color, just keeping it black and white now. Yep, there's that one. I did this. This is called Lullaby. Another Oni with the boy. And you got like it's just supposed to be Kappa, which is like another Japanese cryptid creature. So they're in the boat and the Kappa's trying to tip the boat. You got all these eyeballs in the water. So I got that. I did these. Grilled cheese. This is called the Holy Grilled Cheese. All these people worshiping the grilled cheese sandwich. Yeah, that. This one's called Mega Halo. So this guy's waiting for the gigantic halo to come down, so they can receive the gigantic or mega halo. What else? I got a bunch of like really quick drawings, a lot of Onis, random stuff. Yeah, some abstract stuff. Just been trying to do more drawing, just drawing on the pad. So that's the majority of them now. And I've only been doing this for did I start last fall? So slowly building up stuff. I've done stuff like this. This is a digital collage I made on an older computer using an older program called Coral Draw. So it was all vector based images. That's a dog. What else? I did this one. This is like a spider in the bath. So you got all this water coming down. This crazy spider with the emoji face. The sandwich is hilarious, thanks. Yes, I try to inject a little humor in some of my pieces. This one's based off the Japanese anime Delicious in Dungeon or Dungeon Meshi. And it's also a big old beholder, just kind of back behind them. This was a piece for a Dungeons and Dragons themed art show. So it's all digital, just digital paint. I painted it digitally. As you could see all the little brush strokes that make up that image. These are some of my original painting drawings, digital stuff. This is loosely based on the Agent Zodiac. So you got the rat, the ox, the tiger, the snake. This is, what did I call this one? The lineup. You got this one. And it's kind of This is kind of a video game-esque. Kind of reminds me of an old video game called Pitfall, but more modern. So you got various things like bats and these dogs down here, and then obstacles you gotta traverse. You got a little, I don't know what this is supposed to be, like an alien spacecraft or something. You got the planet, kind of, I guess, the moon, but it's more of like just a planetoid. Yeah, you got that. Hey, Fresh Cup of Joel, how are you doing today? Good to see you again. I've just been doing some digital drawing for the kids book I'm working on with a couple authors. So I'm just illustrating it, but I'm showing Goober some of the artwork that I've done. So, there's a bunch of kappa, like these kappa creatures. They love cucumbers. I got like a bowl of ramen on its head. So, just kind of loosely quick sketching. This one's called Air Raid. It's another bat. You got a Maneki Neko, which is like the lucky cat. Some other figures. Just try to do like real quick digital paintings. Sometimes I work on them for a while, but I try to do them quickly. Here's another cop. This was kind of unfinished. Another kappa. He's eating a cucumber because they love cucumbers. And then you got another Maneki Neko playing a shamisen, like a Japanese guitar, like banjo type thing. And you got a couple of kids kind of walking a path. I did have another version of that one somewhere. Some digital collages. Here's some painting. This is a painting I did for Alice in Wonderland theme art show back in 2015. So yeah, pretty much 10 years, almost 10 years. This is I had like a little digital blurb in there. This is all acrylic on canvas. Oh, thank you, man. Hey, Red Zero, how are you doing? Or is it Red 07? Or is that Red? Yeah, I'm assuming Red 07. So yeah, this is another piece I was working on. It's painted except for the grass, the bug, the mushrooms, this flower. That's all digitally put in there. I was trying to add more to this composition. Oh, the bird too. So I want to paint these birds. This is all, if you're familiar with the artist from like the 70s, his name was Von Bodie. A lot of graffiti artists copied his characters. Yeah, I can do all kinds of different stuff. I can do photorealism to like cartoony stuff. Here's another unfinished. So the train down there, I have to add the train. This is another Oni. This is an unfinished painting. I need a finish. But I'll photograph the image and bring it in and then add kind of what I want to do digitally. This is another painting, large scale painting, 5 foot by 7 foot. This is called The Fool. I think this was, again, I started like digitally adding in stuff. Like these little things. There's some stuff just to see if I wanted to add it to the actual piece. I added that sign. I can't remember if this got in there. Yeah, that stuff got in there. There was a bunch of other stuff that got added.
I heard a lot of crutches in there.
But, you know, I like to sample different things. As you can see. Oh, here's that. This is all digital. So this is another kappa. This was the original idea with the kids and the Maneki Neko. And then this is the kappa, looking a little bit more ferocious with the red eyes. As you can see, he's wearing a soup bowl on his head. Yeah, I do kind of like more cartoony style, but I try to do the anatomy. This is a painting. This still needs to be worked on. Yeah, there's stuff I was working on. So this is supposed to be like me and my brother. There's supposed to be some goats in this, and one of the other. So it's a triptych. So there's 3 panels to it. There's some oni over on this side, and then on this side there's a goat. What else? I'm trying to think. Yeah, so that's kind of some of my digital and then some of my paintings. This is a painting. This is as far as I got right now on it. So this is a kirin. It's like an Asian kind of crazy deer-like creature, mythological creature, and it's like kind of flying over traffic. So I got all these vehicles down here, kind of just gray tones right now. There's gonna be a boy on a ox in there. So yeah, that needs to get finished too. I haven't touched that in over a year or more, a couple years. But yeah, right now it is working on these images for the kids' book.
I really wanted to do this video, but it's just hold on. A lot of this I did freehand, so oh, what is going on? Okay. I need to lock in for a few seconds because this is so complicated. This is so complicated.
Yep, sometimes you start something and then you get so far on it and then kind of put it aside, and then it takes a lot to get back to it. Alright, so if we get back to our line drawing, yeah, somehow this has got messed up where some of this color ended up on this layer. Whoops. Get rid of that. Kind of clean that up a little bit. Blend that in there.
It's really hard to look at how it is. This view.
So are you guys more into the realism or photorealism?
That looks pretty cool.
What kind of art do you guys enjoy?
Alright, we've been drawing for probably 45 minutes. I'll just be right here, guys. I'll be right here.
Alright, this needs to get erased right in here. Whoops, didn't mean to do that.
Take a 5-minute break because I've been doing so much. I said I didn't want to do rendering, but this is as complicated, if not even more complicated. Look,
I know a Mexican guy, he had to leave work to go to his job.
fucking DIY. I just need a break, guys. I really do need a break.
Oh man.
Do you hear that, Omizu? I knew a Mexican guy who left his job to go to work. I know a Mexican guy who left his work to go to his job. Some shit. Yeah, what? That's funny as hell. I knew a Mexican guy who left work to go to his job.
I did, should I laugh?
I did. Should I laugh? No. No, it's fine. It's a good joke. Just a joke. Just a joke. Alright, once we get this proportion down, so we can work more on the painterly aspects, but you guys want to see this mess one more time? Look at this, you guys ready? Oh, it's 1 FPS now. Let's see. Ooh. I just fit in everything proportionally.
Okay, somehow we gotta get this. What's this? Oh, that's gotta go there too. Okay. This should almost merge. Or wait, nope, that's black. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, as much as I want to listen to that video that I was playing, man, it's just not possible.
Oh, darn it.
The amount of proportions this thing is.
So this is supposed to be her yawning, if anybody was wondering.
Everything's working. Man,
Okay.
I mean, when I say loose, I just mean like something. At least our place and stuff. Oh wait, there's still this huge. Okay, you know what? I think what I really need to lock it on right now. Lock it on right now is this. So the blue stops right there.
Oops. So we need to bring that up, bring that down, bring it. Okay, so got that, we got that, got that. This, hold on a second, guys. We are missing, get this back. So in this layer, we're missing this area,
One thing I learned on the
this area. So we gotta make sure we're covering our bases here. We won't have to do too much work after we do all this.
I think it's more like, I don't know, it's like sometimes, you know, when I was like really learning how to
So this has got to get erased.
I wasn't
Oops.
really sure if my stuff was going to work out, you know, like in the technical way, I would say, in the technical way. But now that I have like the technical aspect down,
Alright, hold on a second. What's going
to a
on?
certain extent,
Okay.
as long as I keep working on it, I will get to a good perfect place, which is trusting the process. So I mean, look at what we have done so far. This by itself is really beautiful. Let's see. I mean, it's not as painted obviously as
Oh, getting an error message. Let me get some water, guys. And then we'll jump on to the next. Alright, let's get our layer going here. It's too thick. Nope, too thin. So as long as I keep them on separate layers, I can definitely tweak these. Oops.
Couldn't tell which was which. Nah, man. If you're saying that's a compliment, where I don't think so. We're still not good, man. We're still not there. Still need some more stuff. Well, I mean, we're only an hour and 60 minutes in. I think I'm gonna try and do this. What time is it? 6:49. So I'm gonna try to probably stop 8:39. I don't even know if that's gonna be enough time. If anything, we can do a two-parter. We did a two-parter for a painting. That was like a really scribbly drawing. Alright, let's get this.
Okay, so
really missed live streams over these past months. For real, Omizu. Oh man, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. This is kind of a boring stream. This is more for my sake, and also because I want to be the first person to say that maybe I've done a master copy. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure people have their copies back, but hey, not on YouTube, you know. EXD. And yeah, I mean, this last summer was really fun doing the live streams of the studio, you know. The studio live streams, those were super fun. And those were, I think it you know what? I mean, Omizu, since you're on here, bro, I'm gonna show you. I recorded my entire Final Crit, everything that I already said. Don't tell nobody though. Shh. I didn't even ask anybody. I just recorded it. And I don't care, you know. But I think somebody else asked if they could record it, and so maybe it's a little bit weird for me to just take it like that, or to just record it. Yeah, bro, I enjoy your perspective. Thank you. Oh, let me show you. Look at this, bro. Let me show you. Please, Firefox. Make sure I'm not leaking anything out. Okay. So this is my class. This is my class of advanced painting. At least a class of the fall. This is my teacher right here. This is Sam Jaffe. I love her. She's probably, I think she's been the most influential teacher on me in my time at the School of the Arts too. She's really given me a lot of stuff, a lot of it. It's like she's not telling me what to paint, but she's telling me like how to go about it more than any other teacher, you know. And then over here's Andrew Falkowski. He wasn't part of my section, so I didn't really talk to him. And then over here's Robert Bernier, which also wasn't part of my session, but I did have him last spring. And he's also, that man is like, he's just so thoughtful when it comes to what he talks about. Like he really gets into the painting. Like he looks at the painting and has a lot of thoughts. I really appreciate that. But look, I'm right in the middle. It was funny because like my teacher was like, yeah, everybody, let's take a picture. And I'm like, all right, bet. And I guess I was one of the first. I just like stood somewhere. I'm like, all right, I don't care what I'm gonna be in the photo. But people just formed around me, bro. W Aura or what? Anyway, so then like this is my. I recorded this. Let me see if I can find where she talks. Right here. Well, my teacher Sam Jaffe, look at what she said, bro. Anyways, that little comment she said was really cool because I guess I never really realized that. I think where was I going with this? The summer where I streamed, man, that made me so productive. And I streamed most of it here on YouTube. I think one painting I really captured on live stream was the one with my dog and then me crossing the fence. That one I think I captured full. Then the one, let me show you. The one else we have. This one right here. It's pretty cool. You're literally surrounded by friends, usually contemporary. Yeah, it's a cool picture, bro. I'm gonna keep that forever. So, I mean, okay, so I did this one, and this one in my advanced painting class the first time I took that class. And my summer paintings were 1, 2, 3, 4. At least the good ones. I made more, but they weren't as good as these. This is what I'm talking about that I completely captured on live stream. Then this one, I did capture the beginning of this on live stream. And mean, I think I did so many. I don't know if you were there, Omizu, but I redid this painting like so many times. I just couldn't get it right. And then this I did after I went to Mexico City. And this went well. And you know, just like live streaming it. I mean, I don't know. I feel like what my teacher was saying right there. That I'm really prolific, but she was also saying after she says that, like I do like 10, and then it's like a good one, and then I do 10 bad ones, and then a good one. But then she also said that I'm kind of beyond that, and man, I don't know if I'm ever gonna do live streams on YouTube. I mean, maybe I will for the summer, but man, I remember those moments. Yeah. Dude, man. But I mean, I did 4 good ones in the span of 3 months. And, I mean, one thing she was telling me also, one of her main points was that like I have to like sit, or that I should sit with one for like months and just slow down. Like this one, I made after she told me you have like slow down. She was like, Carlos, I want you to challenge yourself and slow down. Cause like the other ones I did, like these ones right here, I did these. This one was like not even 2 hours. And it's one of my best paintings. Same with this one. This is like 2.5 hours, maybe 3, maybe at the most. So I was working really fast, but you know, we have Omizu, you're live streaming right now. What the? Omizu, you're live streaming?
Yeah, dude.
Bro.
Totally. Oh, I just crashed your stuff.
Oh, my OBS is tweaking out right now. It's hard to live stream and make good paintings because it's like you're doing 2 things at once. You know? For me, for the paintings I'm doing in my studio. Sorry. For me, it's hard to like make a good painting while live streaming because I feel like there's so much pressure. So I feel like I'm not gonna live stream that much, that process that much anymore. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows, man? But I enjoyed it. It was so fun doing it that summer. I don't even know where I was going with this anymore. Omizu, I didn't know you were live streaming, and you guys can hear my voice in my in the chat. Oh, the water's up. Thank you. This one right here. Yeah, I did this one because that teacher Sam Jaffe, she told me slow down. And I don't know where I was going. Honestly, I'm kind of burnt out, guys. I only slept 5 hours. And then this isn't even like fun painting. This is like a fucking mental challenge. I mean, it's fun. This is such a challenge. So good, bro. Thank you, Omizu. I appreciate it. Well, anyways, I guess where I was gonna go with that is that, you know, I'm about to graduate college. You know, finally, jeez. My sister makes fun of me because she's like, about time. In a joking way. Because I spent 5 years in community college, you know, and another 2 at my undergrad, and my degree, my bachelor's. And so I'm gonna be in the real world pretty soon. I mean, that is unless I get into like one of my programs I applied to, and everything works out financially. Because I am not going into debt, bro. I'm just talking to you.
Come
I am not
on.
gonna go into debt for my MFA, bro. Because like I don't know. You know, my top school. I don't know. It's like between Yale and UCLA. Well, Northwestern is a school in Evanston, Illinois. It's about like big boy pants. It's about I don't know. I think like half an hour from downtown Chicago, somewhere around there. But the thing about that program is that it's fully funded. They pay for your tuition, and they give you a stipend of $45K a year, which is more than my
Damn,
mom makes.
that's pretty good.
Which is crazy. And just it's just so you can study without worrying about money, financial.
Hell yeah, just focus on your stuff.
Financials work out. I get into one of these competitive programs, then I'll have another 2 years at least. UCLA is 3 years. I'll have another 2 years of not being in the real world, I guess, you know, in a way. And I don't know where I was going with that. I was just talking about like the real world. Anyways, I'm gonna graduate college very soon, and my goals, you know, if I don't get into the programs, I'm gonna try to get a full-time job. It shouldn't be too hard, but I'm just gonna get a full-time job in just anything, honestly. You know, my parents, my dad, he mostly worked at factories. My mom, she works, you know, boring jobs that she's not really, you know, she doesn't care about. But I mean, that's just the reality for us as immigrants. Especially for my parents, you know, they didn't go to college. They don't really, they're not like the most fluent in English. And you know, I live with my mom still, and I need to help her out with the mortgage. You know, that's why I won't help her out with the bills, because I haven't really been helping. I've not helped her out with any bills really. And you know, she works her ass off every day. You know, she wakes up at like fucking 5 in the morning. Start working at 7, I think. And I just want to be able to help her out. My parents are separated. My dad just moved to Mexico. So honestly, my goals after finishing my college degree, is to just start being able to make some money to help my mom out with the mortgage. I mean, even if I were to get my master's, I want to stay here with her as long as I can, just to help her pay off the mortgage, so she doesn't have to worry about money so much. Oh man, the money's always been a struggle. I mean, for a lot, you know, for many people, that's like, you know, it's just living in the United States or anywhere, you know, it's the reality of life is that you have to make money work. And I have been living in like a fantasy land where I've just been working like part-time every now and then, and just going to school. But I mean, dude, it's not like if I was doing it to avoid responsibilities. It's just that, like, you know, I came out of high school, Omizu, a shitty student. Like I think I got like a 2.7 GPA in high school. Become that blue chip artist, dude. That's the fucking goal, honestly. And I hope, you know, I hear people say that. Think about the competitive MFA programs is that there's a lot of eyes on you, you know. In regards to like open studios or gallery or the end of semester shows, you know, there's a lot of eyes on you. And yeah, I guess, I mean, I'm not saying I'm just doing it like in it's hopes, you know, maybe somebody likes my art, but like, I mean, I'm gonna work my ass off to make the best paintings I can, so that, you know, hopefully somebody does pick me up, hopefully, you know, or teaching, or maybe teaching. I know, you know, a degree from a prestigious art MFA program is that it might be a little bit easier to get jobs. I don't know, teaching jobs. But where the fuck was I going with this? I was saying something earlier before this. I forgot. Dog, I was a C average student. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, bro, me too. Well, look, Omizu, man. I don't really want to pay right now. I just want to talk because this pizza is like so much work. But so in middle school, bro, even in elementary school, like I guess I was considered like a above average student. Like I was, you know, I think like in elementary school, a lot of the focus is like on reading and mathematics, and I was good at both. I mean, somewhat good. I didn't really have any like tutors.
God, I wish this fucking pad
This is
would
what I'm gonna
work.
say right now. In elementary school, I was good at like I used to read a lot. I was
gotta
one
go
of the
get
top
that
readers. We had
freaking
these called
pencil.
AR points, so it was like a point system where you would read books and then you would take an online test and then they would give you points. And I was always always like the top 3, if not the top point. But I was in this thing called the math bowl, which was like a math group where we would meet up like once a week after school, we'd do math. And then I think at the end of the year we would do a competition with the other elementary schools in my school district. But we never won, bro. Like I was good. I was good at my school, but like, look, this is what I'm gonna say, and I hope this isn't like, this is like insensitive, but the schools that would win would be schools with more Caucasian students or like richer neighborhoods. Like my neighborhood isn't that high income, and the schools where those schools that were in my school district that were more high income, more Caucasian students, those would be the schools that won. But I could not keep up with them, you know. But anyways, once middle school came, I was placed in I was placed in all like the honors classes, math, science, and language arts, like English. And then my parents separated like it was like 6th, 7th grade, and I just got like really depressed. I like separated myself from a lot of stuff. I stopped caring about school in middle school, and then high school comes, and I still see average like you said. Not caring about school. Like if anything, the only thing I cared about in high school was gaming, YouTube. I was a YouTuber. I had a channel with like 1,000 subscribers where I would do like graphic design, like YouTube banners. I would literally design YouTube banners and make videos of them. And then I go into community college after I graduate. I start my first semester, and bro, I failed one class, withdrew from 2, and got a C in the last class. And after that semester, that was my first semester. Like literally a few months after I graduated high school, I'm like, bro, I am not cut out for this shit. Like, I mean, bro, I was so fucked up mentally, bro. I was so fucked up because like I was like in this really like low vibrational, like depressed state of mind. And I was also like doing psychedelics during my last few months of high school. Those really woke me the fuck up, bro. Although I did abuse them, and I think those were kind of, I wouldn't say that they're a cause of my bipolar disorder, but it definitely contributed. Just being in this fucking stupid altered state of mind. And then like so anyways, after that first semester of community college, I'm like, bro, I am not cut out for this. I'm just gonna stick to art for now. So I just did a bunch of art classes. And then, 2 years later, I get the manic episode, and then that put me out of school for a semester. And then it took me like a year just to recover from the mania with medication, And then eventually, I'm like, bro, I gotta lock the fuck in. After the manic episode, I realized that I wanted to become a painter, and I'm like, I was looking at like the avenues of how people became painters, and I was seeing all these people go to MFA programs, and I said, yeah, that's what I have to do. But like, if I want to get to an MFA program, I first have to complete my bachelor's, because I first have to complete my associates. And so I told myself, you know what, bro, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try in school, and I think I like signed up for like four classes. I think like the year after my manic episode. And I did it, bro. I think I got like all A's in my first semester, and then my second I did really good as well. And ultimately I graduated with 3.77 GPA, which is really good for me at least, because I was just so bad since middle school. And I don't know, man. It's been a long ride. Oh, the whole thing about the real world. So I took so much time because, you know, the manic episode, because I wasn't a good academic student. I needed time to like really like lock the fuck in, and also COVID happened, so that changed completely. That changed schooling completely. You know, we all went online. There was so much shit that's happened, bro. But ultimately, I feel like I persevered. You know, as an immigrant, I remember preschool, bro. I didn't know the fucking language, and I remember I cried the first few days because I was like, what the fuck? What are you guys saying? But I did meet some people, some students, you know, preschool classmates that did speak Spanish. But dude, I mean, I don't want to cry. I'm tearing up. Omizu, I'm sorry.
Come on, please. I swear to God.
I don't know, man. It's been a tough journey, but you know, I ultimately came out good. You know, like. You know, I did good at community college after a few years, and then I got into one of the best art schools in the country, and I'm almost done there. I've been doing good with my paintings, you know. I've been moving really good steps, you know. I have a good subject matter.
Come on, please. Why are you like this? Is it because you're so slow?
I don't know, man. There's been a lot of shit in my life, you know.
God damn, I swear to God.
But
Are you gonna be a fucking asshole?
I don't know, man. It's made me emotional, you know.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to write something in this
Came to
chat
country, you
and
know, like not knowing the language. You know, low income, you know. And I don't know, man. I just want to step out of it, you know. Get out of this, you know, rise above these circumstances, you know. Thank you, Omizu. I appreciate it, bro. But yeah, it's been a long journey, man. But yeah, ultimately, what I was trying to say is, it's just, man, I just haven't really like said the whole story out loud like that before, you know. I haven't said that story out loud, and everything just kind of hit me. Oh, fuck, man. Drink some water. But yeah, thank you, Omizu. I appreciate it, bro. It's like a therapy session right there, bro. Just talking about my mind.
no worries.
But we're still not done, bro. Like, what does Chloe say? Job's not finished, you know? Job's not finished. We still got ways to go, bro. It's good to acknowledge and embrace the stuff. Yeah, man. For sure. And, I honestly, yeah, I spent so long working on the MFA application that, I mean, I feel like, you know, getting to one of these programs is going to change my life and my family's life, you know? And, I just can't wait to see what happens. Like, I'm going to find out, like, late February, early March, maybe, if I'm a finalist. Because I think all the schools ask for an interview. But I've come a long way, man. And I hope to, hey, I'm not going to give up even if, I mean, honestly, I want to do the master's program no matter what, so I'm going to give myself some more, if things don't work out this application cycle, I'm going to try again. And so, I don't know, I just feel like it can change my life so much, so that's why I'm so, like, determined on the MFA. I just think it's a necessary step for me to really elevate my work and my rigor, my artistic rigor, professional rigor. But, yeah, man, no, I'm good. I'm good, bro. Okay. Let's do some more painting, bro. Fit your dream, never let that go. 100%, bro. I'm not mad. I think until I get out of my circumstances, I think it's like, you know, it's like, hold on a second, I'm just locking on this proportion. It's for me to I don't know, man. I'm not gonna let it go.
Oh, what am I doing? I'm like erasing my work. Jeez, going backwards. Sorry guys, I haven't been really paying attention to my current stream, but I need to get my other Apple Pencil so I can actually use my old iPad. It's having issues with me typing, especially in YouTube chats. Doesn't want to register my my finger.
For another hour, just locking it.
7:23.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom so I can lock in before this.
I should have had a lot more of this done, but
Get all these sniffles out the way. My eyes are not so teary.
let's see.
I'm gonna lock I think we're gonna do one more hour. I think we might
I
make this
feel
more,
like
because
the red is missing.
there's only one finish. I think I spent a lot of time not painting, so this like the last few minutes, but
I just need to get this fur down.
we're gonna do one more hour at least.
Get this fur down.
At least one more hour. Just so I can de-stress. And maybe we're gonna do some more brush work. This is a little bit too Photoshoppy. Too digital, I guess that's the word to say. Too digital.
I'm sure eventually we'll be wanting to eat dinner. So I'm thinking probably around 8 is when my wife will be wanting to do that. So we got a good 35 minutes. And I should be able to get back on again after that. Just want to kind of keep pushing through this process of adding this lighter layer of fur to our character here, our character of Stella. Kind of really bring her out. If I can get this.
Let's do some flipping. Why haven't I done this? Some horizontal flipping.
I mean,
So
like 1,000 fries. Talking about the fires.
Yo, Omizu, have you seen any good movies recently, bro? Have you seen Nosferatu? Cousin, cousin watched it. He's like an aspiring screenwriter, and he said it's really good. I saw was it Mexico? I saw Mufasa, Disney live action. Well, not live. Is it live action? I saw the Mufasa. It's like the Lion King.
Gosh, I swear to gosh.
It was alright. It's not as impressive as the original Lion King. I feel like the original Lion King is so cool. It's like live action. It's like CGI thing. I don't know. I mean, why retell a story in such a boring way? It's like, it's not as visual. I mean, it looks cool, it looks realistic, but it's like so, computer generated. The whole thing is just a computer generated thing. Which is cool. I don't know. As a technical achievement, it's pretty cool. I saw that. Then I saw Gladiator 2 with my cousin. Yeah, I saw it in Spanish. I didn't really. I wasn't able to follow it 100%. And that one was good though. I like Gladiator 2. But yeah, I was saying my cousin said he's seen Nosferatu. I haven't. I watched Prometheus last week. Oh wait, have you seen it before? Or was that your first time? Because I really like Prometheus. I love the idea of Prometheus. It's like we were planted on this planet by alien species. I love that idea. And then how like at the very beginning, well not the very beginning, but yeah, pretty much. Like they're like cave exploring and they see the like the cave the cave the wall the cave what is it called cave paintings, and then, like they see like the stars and that shit is so badass. It's just a cool idea. Like even like our ancestors, knew about where we came from. Really, but it's cool. It's a really cool idea. I think the only part of Prometheus that that is kind of annoying is how the characters act. Like some of them are kind of dumb. They do some dumb decisions. You know what I mean? You've seen it, right? They do some dumb decisions that doesn't really make sense. Yeah. But I think I love the concept, and I love Alien. I love Alien as a series. It's such a good series. Give me a second.
Uh-oh. A lot of people going live today. It is Friday. Usually people are out doing stuff. Maybe because it's so cold. It's winter time. Nobody's out doing stuff. They're just stay home. I'm on a live stream. That's cool. Got our boy Carlos Stees here, but then I'm also watching Emmett Ferguson do a painting. Oh, am I not? Sorry guys, I haven't been paying attention to my chat, but I appreciate you guys who've been coming through and watching and checking out.
I mean, oh man, Alien Covenant. Did you see Covenant? Yeah, I was about to say it. Yeah, dude, I saw Covenant. I remember seeing that in theaters. Dude, see that in the theaters with the I don't know what it is. It's like 4K, 8K resolution. Beautiful fucking. Like, man, Covenant. What I like the most about Covenant when they're like exploring the planet and they're barely getting there, and then like I don't know the whole storyline with what is his name, David, the robot, Michael Fassbender's character. I don't know if I liked it that much. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while though, but no, I watched it, bro. I enjoyed it 100%. I enjoyed it. That's all that matters, right? But you know, I love Alien Covenant as well. But no, dude, you gotta check out Romulus. What is it called? Yeah, Romulus. Romulus is they use for like the face crawlers. They use like some pretty good practical effects, which is really cool. But it's also pretty CGI heavy. But highly recommend Romulus. If you haven't checked it out. Yeah, I want to see it 100%. I recommend it. I think you'll like it. If you like Covenant and Prometheus, you will like this one. Man, you know what I wanted to see though? The director of Elysium and District 9, he was slated to make a Alien movie.
Huh.
He was gonna direct it. And What else did he make?
I
He
like
made,
District 9. I'm not sure if I saw Elysium.
Elysium. I mean, oh, Chappie. Well, I don't know. What's his name? I think his name is. He's like from South Africa. Neil Blomkamp.
Mm-hmm.
He made
Yeah.
District 9,
Oh,
Chappie,
yeah.
Elysium, Gran Turismo. I haven't seen Gran Turismo, but I think this guy's like a fire sci-fi storyteller, director, and he was slated to make a Alien movie, but I think it got canceled. I think they were gonna start off with like Alien 3 or some shit. I've only seen Aliens, and that's it. I haven't seen Alien 3. I think there's a fourth. I've seen District 9 and Chappie. Yeah, Chappie was alright. the part that I didn't like about Chappie was like the characters, like the two characters. They're in real life. They're like in a band.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Something
yeah.
about them didn't really like.
I
I don't know. But District 9 Goated, that's like one of the best sci-fi movies ever made. And the concept of Chappie is really cool though, like transferring consciousness.
Gosh,
Isn't it about transferring consciousness to a robot at the end? I think so. To a humanoid robot body. But he was gonna make one. I think he was gonna pick up like Alien 3 or something. But they canceled it and then they made Company. And also, if I don't know who watched Joe Rogan, but that director Neil Blomkamp, he did like an episode on the Joe Rogan Experience. Fire, bro. If you're bored, you have nothing else to listen to, bro, listen to that podcast. It's pretty entertaining. I mean, you know me, my work's about aliens, and I've always loved aliens. So, what was he saying? I mean, I guess talk about aliens and stuff. Anyways, what other movies? Good Vibes, Sick or Impressive. Thank you. I'm not too happy with how it's looking because a lot of this has been just working on the proportions, and that's been pretty difficult, honestly. Because it's just such a complicated scene. Like this is so. It's figurative, it's representational, but it's very abstract. And I mean, man, I'm just trying to copy how it looks somewhat. But what I've been trying to focus on is like the proportions because there's so much going on. Anyways, what were we talking about, bro? No, sci-fi. I see palm trees. Yeah. Somewhat, right? They're kind of there. But yeah, right now it's been like kind of like a rough proportion setting down.
Okay, getting there,
But it's
getting
really hard to make this
starting to come out
do
more.
justice to the artist Alejandro. Really, because it's like the way he works, as far as I'm concerned, is that he doesn't really plan out the sketch. He just kind of just works intuitively. And like Omizu in the chat was saying, he wants to paint that. And me too, bro. So it's hard to copy a painting that was done really intuitively when, especially something like this. There's so many shapes, so many. I don't know, it's just really hard, bro. It's a really hard painting. I was thinking, like before I started streaming, I wanted to do like something more academic, just like practice my shading. But I don't know. I think this is a little bit more interesting just for myself because it's kind of where I want to move my practice to, something a little bit more. I don't know, maybe more abstract and more loose than a fucking, the Velasquez painting. But I think I don't need to keep on practicing the fundamentals anymore. So I think this is much harder than I don't know. It's maybe not. I don't know. It's really hard, bro. It's Anyways, movies. The Bob Dylan movie's out, and I want to watch that. If they were playing it in Mexico, I'm guessing it's because like the songs are in English and they can't really translate that maybe. Also because I don't know. But I want to watch the Bob Dylan movie. Nosferatu. There's also like the one with Adrian Brody. That's like the Oscar contender, I think. What is it called? I want to watch that. What else I want to watch? I don't know. There's a lot
I don't
of
even know what
Oscar
movies are
Nora, I
out
wanna see
there.
Nora. I want to see Nora.
Moana too?
But,
I don't know.
yeah, now that I'm back in the States, I literally just got here today. Now that I'm back here, I'm gonna try to catch up with the movies. I think I'm gonna watch the Bob Dylan movie first before anything. I love Timothy Chalamet. Come on. Yeah, The Brutalist. Yeah, The Brutalist. But dude, it's 3.5 hours long. Like, what the fuck? Oh, you know what? Okay, now for the last few minutes, I'm gonna stop streaming at 8, so we got 20 minutes. I'm gonna now work with the guidance. I'm gonna just work freehand because I think I got most of the proportions down for the most part. What did we say? Brutalist 3 hours long. Is that what we're talking about? Bro, if it's good, then you won't feel the time. For sure. Somewhat true. Somewhat true. But I don't know. I was gonna say something about that. But yeah, The Brutalist. I want to see The Brutalist. I mean, where the Golden Globes? They just happened. I don't know what won. 100%.
Let's see.
But yeah, there's a lot of Oscar movies that I'm trying to catch up on. You know. Oh, Dune. I was thinking about Dune. Bro, Dune. I mean, what else? Timothy Chalamet was in Beautiful Boy. Interstellar, briefly. Little Women. No, I think Timothy Chalamet is my current favorite actor. He just makes some good. He's always in some good projects. Not always. He's in some good projects. Maybe always. I don't follow film as much as I used to. What am I like? when I was like in middle school, I wanted to be like a movie director. So I used to be like really into film. And but ever since I don't know. I stopped track. I don't know. I tracked some of the movie news and the stuff, you know. But I'm pretty behind. But anyways, Dune, bro, I love Dune. I think that's my favorite movie of the year, honestly. Dune was so good. I've only watched Mad Max Furioso. That's the only 2024 one I've seen.
Okay, I think we're good. Well, let's bring this down some more.
That's it. Wait, are you talking about like Oscar contenders? Because dude, I don't know. Wait, that came out in 2024, right?
Do we have to bring this down? Or?
Oh, I like that movie though. That one was really good too. Dude, I remember when Mad Max Fury Road came out. I went to go watch it with my dad in the theaters. And dude, I remember on Reddit, everybody was saying, "This is so good. It's one of the best movies ever made." I'm like, all right, let's go watch it. And my dad, you know, he grew up in the 80s watching like the original one. So I went with him, and you know, the movie ended. I'm like, dude, that was ass. And I didn't watch it. I didn't rewatch it for a while, but then I rewatched it, I think with my cousin. And bro, I don't know what I was saying. That movie is so good. It's so good. No, like in general, any 2024 movie? Wait, for real? It's crazy. You gotta watch Dune, bro. I recommend watching Dune. And if you haven't seen Dune Part 1,
Alright. Alright, let's try to do the next layer.
I think it's worth it so you can understand.
Let's see. Is this gonna
You
do?
gotta watch Dune, bro. Highly recommended. But what other movies came out? The thing about Fury Road is that they were pretty much just driving the whole time, but I think it's really, really good. Yeah, dude. I just didn't understand. I guess maybe I just didn't appreciate it. I don't know. I don't know. You know? I was a kid too when I first watched it. I was like 14 years old. Because it came out in 2014, right? It came out in 2014, I believe. And I was a scrub back then. I couldn't appreciate it, I guess. But yeah, that movie was goated. I think it ended up winning so many, or nominated at least for a lot of Oscars. Furiosa though, pretty decent. I mean, I don't know which is better. I gotta rewatch them like close together, you know, so I can really gauge. But anyway, it doesn't really matter, man. I enjoy both. But yeah, I need to catch up with these movies. Yeah, man. I mean, what else came out this year that I really liked? I guess Alien Romulus came out, which was fire. Dude, oh, you know what I was gonna bring up? The one movie that I'm actually like really, really hyped for is Steven Spielberg's upcoming movie, which is gonna be it's a movie about UFOs. Let's see, top 2024 picks. I saw Conclave. I think that won best screenplay in the Golden Globes. Oh, The Wild Robot. That one was really good. I'm just looking at Google right now. Let's see what else. The Substance. Oh, that one I want to watch as well. Yeah, yeah. The Substance. What's up with these movies? The Substance. The Brutalist. What's up with the duh? I don't know. I don't know. I think Dune from I'm so hyped for 28 years later. Dude, me too, bro. That trailer looked crazy. No, dude, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes barely came out this year too. That's crazy. I mean, it's almost gonna be a year ago. But yeah, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was really good too. I really enjoyed that one. I mean, the original trilogy, or not the original, the trilogy before that one. I love them. I think they're really fire. No. Here, guys, I'll share my screen so you guys can see. Let me get I never saw Deadpool vs. Wolverine. Monkey Man. What is this? Oh, you know which one too? I think came out this year. The robot movie. What is it called? It's by Gareth Edwards. You guys saw that one? Oh, that was 2023. Never mind. That did not come out this year. The creator. But anyways, yeah, no. The Steven Spielberg. You've never seen any of the Apes movies? What? The original, like, that's not the original. The trilogy that came out, starting with the James Franco movie, so good, bro. I recommend it. Look. This is what I'm the most hyped. I can't believe it's gonna be 2026 though. I'm gonna be 26 years old by the time it comes out, probably. This is my most hyped movie. I think my most hyped movie of this year was definitely the one of last year was The Fablemans, which was Steven Spielberg's movie. The Fablemans was so good because, like, dude, oh, this is 2022. Jeez. You know, when I was in middle school, I used to make short films with my friends, and we would make Nerf videos. So we would bring out our Nerf guns. when we bring our Nerf gun to like a park or something, and
Oh shit, let's see. Is our guy Badly still streaming? Or did he finish? Damn, he finished it? 4 hours?
Thank you, Paniki. We're probably not finishing this
Oh,
today.
he's not
I'm just not
finishing
kind
it.
of feeling up to finishing it.
Nice.
Have a wonderful day.
Got,
Thank you for the raid.
he's got some good stuff
and also,
going on there.
Jeremy, if you have interest, I'm doing a live portrait painting on Wednesday.
Okay, guys, it's
So there are
almost 8
cameras that are
o'clock.
like ultra realistic, or like monitors that also display it, because it's a camera and a monitor, right? So I wasn't aware that there was something really up there that gets true colors. True colors. Have a great one, Paniki. Thank you again, bud. Really appreciate it.
My stream down? Are you really only a couple hours? That's crazy. I thought I was streaming way longer than that.
But I guess I'm saying is, because like, you know, the issue with photos, right, is they generally change the exposure, colors change a lot, specifically the midtones. Like they'll make brights brighter, darks darker, right? But they'll pull more midtones higher, lighter, and they'll pull more midtones darker, right? So it really fucks with the contrast. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Not to mention the bottom. That's exactly what it is, Hanser. This is why if you are... Oh, of course, Karen. Please ask any questions you might have. Despite my manly toxic masculinity, I am happy to discuss any of this with anybody at any time. So, yeah, very. Oh, and that's not even mentioning this fragile ego of mine. Yeah. So, like, Karen, if you see starting in basically August on my Instagram, I have, like, I don't know, 20 paintings in a row of just still lifes from life. It's very important. Yes, agreed, Karen. It's very, very important. It really develops your eye in a much different way, Hanser, because you cannot see the detail of a monitor in a photo. And it will force you to see natural.
Alright, Badly, we will get back to you since we have...
And it's working okay. I mean, up here you can see a little bit of the green.
We got Art Prof, Create and Critique on.
That I want.
She all
Actually,
are
let's do that
interested.
before we forget.
while I work here.
Guys, isn't this a great way to spend Friday evening? I was watching this show with my kid. Does anybody here watch Shameless? It's very not safe for work. But anyway, I was watching it with my kid yesterday, and there's a scene where they go to a club. My kid's watching it, and she's going, why do people want to do this? Like, what is so fun about going to a club? Like, she couldn't understand why anybody would want to do that. I'm like, well, you're asking the wrong person. That is not my cup of tea. I don't know, maybe some of you guys are hardcore clubbing people, but that was not my existence. I mean, I went to a few when I was in like high school, college, but yeah, those days are over. Oh, I'm happy with the eyelid. Let me take a photo and let's see what's happening in the Discord. Oh, yay. Oh, I love glazing. It just feels so good. The Discord. All right, let's see what's happening in there, and then we'll take a look at comments. All right, we're in the Art Alongs channel. These are some of the photos I just took, so you can really, really see the brushwork. Oh, that's so fun. Butter is trying a new pen pastel. Whoa, oh, I saw something earlier, Butter, and I think you are here in the chat, Butter. I'll bring this up if I can find you. Anyway, Butter had another piece. Oh, this is it. Butter says, my hand decided to start my portrait sketch tonight with scribbles. Oh, how fun. Okay, so Butter has the scribble and then put the pan pastel on top. The other cool thing is that some of you may have seen Butter did another pan pastel portrait earlier on. This is a similar approach, but look at how disruptive this line is and how every bit of the pan pastel Butter, I'm guessing, that you put on becomes a reaction to this line. And that's why I'm interested when we throw these things down on the paper that are not so obviously about portrait, this becomes an interaction between two things. That is really great to see. Remember, if you come in here and you post your Art Along stuff, I will share it on the stream. Lisa says, using Crayola oil pastels, Ken's crazy grimace. Let's see. Love the texture in the neck. Look at this. This must be you scraping away, right, Lisa? Yeah, I can see over here that's been scraped. And then up here, we're seeing more these blended spots. And here it gets very direct and very chunky. I mean, I love stuff like this. I know this is very anal retentive, but when I see a moment like this, it's like, ah, oil pastel. It's really showing itself off for us. Anna says, working on some marker and colored pencil drawings while on vacation. Okay, let's take a look. Nice. And I'm going to zoom in because some of you may have seen Anna's work. A lot of this is marker, but I believe some of these strokes that are the more detailed lines, those are the colored pencil parts of the image. So here's another one. Yeah, so like this white stuff you guys are seeing here, that's all colored pencil on top of marker. And Salinas is working on the Art Dare. Nice! For those of you who don't know what the Art Dare is this month, it is to design wallpaper. And this is really coming along. I like the neutrally yellow ochre and then this dark orange is a really nice contrast. It really pops because of all the green that's happening in there. And if you're doing the Art Dare, hang out in the Art Dares channel where we can post our progress. Great.
The art.
Yes, Lisa says, took the scrapping and smearing across them for his neck for texture. Fantastic. Remember, everybody, put question in capital letters, and I'm happy to take your question. Oh, we've got one here from Val. Is it a good idea to major in art with the main goal to simply be taught the drawing and painting fundamentals with in-person instructors? I'm currently enrolled in an associate's program that focuses a lot on the fundamentals, which I'm enjoying, but I'm hesitant if I truly want to go all the way and make a living solely on my art. People take classes for all kinds of reasons. Just because you major in art, nobody says you have to be somebody who's a full-time artist later. I just think there's so many ways to be creative. You don't have to be creative the way you are in your classes. For example, one of my students who's graduated was a textiles major. She called me up a couple of years later and said, well, I'm sort of frustrated with textiles. I don't really like the job that I have right now, but I have this thing, like I sort of want to be a pastry chef. But she had a lot of hesitation about it because she had done this degree in textiles and had a little training. And I said to her, go be a pastry chef. Like, you can use all that you know about textures and colors and stuff. I was like, go for it.
Oh man, I went
You
the
don't have
wrong
to
layer.
be making paintings on canvas to be creative. That's something
So that means if I go
think
back
is
to try to
brilliant. And I think
erase,
fun.
it's
When
erasing
people
both of
study
these
one
layers.
thing, apply it to something else, I think that's extremely common.
The ways.
Brandon's asking, I'm intimidated to get back into figure drawing, so I wanted to practice anatomy for comic characters. Is this a good substitute for practicing anatomy? I mean, if it's helping you right now, because I find what a lot of us need, we need an entry point. Something that gets us back into things. So let's say, for example, you're in an art rut. You haven't been painting very much, and you just want to do something that gets you back in. Maybe you want to just do some paintings where you're just playing around. There's nothing specific in your mind. There's no outcome you're looking for. I had a drawing teacher freshman year who, I'm not joking, would say to us, okay, make marks. And we did that for 6 hours. You think, how do you sustain that for 6 hours? Well, it becomes playtime. It's time to just try whatever. And I found that extremely liberating because I was used to drawing things that were very recognizable. Like if I drew a skeleton, I wanted it to look like a skeleton. But he would bring in the skeletons and be like, make marks. And we're like, what? It's great. Whatever entry point works for you, do it. Tracy loves Shades. My kid is obsessed with that show. And it's so, like, raunchy and over the top. 10,000 Crows says it's Friday night, and we're here. I think it's safe to say we are not hardcore party people. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is a Haniwa. How many of you guys have heard of the Haniwa sculptures before? They are terracotta sculptures, and I saw them at the Tokyo National Museum. And we do have a video of my visit. Just look up Art Prof Tokyo. You will find it. But yes, they had a little plush. I couldn't resist. It was in the gift shop. Jeffrey's asking about the substance. As soon as I saw this painting in my feed, I heard that crazy noise from the movie. I haven't seen it, but it's gotten some good reviews, and I think Demi Moore won the Golden Globe recently. welcome DT to the live stream. Love it when all of you are here. Knock Need says studies have shown that drawing enhances one's ability to articulate desires, anxiety, joy, and concerns through language instead of using a gun. More art in school. I think everyone should have a sketchbook. I don't think sketchbooks should just be for artists. I think it would really help a lot of people to doodle out different things that they are thinking about. Knock Need is saying, how many brushes have you used in this painting so far? Okay, let's see. Looks like, okay, so this one is for Viridian. This one is for the cadmium red light. This is the darker cadmium red light. This one's cadmium red glaze. Here's a small one with Viridian, medium one with Viridian. This brush here, this one I just put oil medium in it, and I just use it to move brush around, though it probably has some paint in it now. And I think this one's Viridian. That's another thing, is if you don't try to paint with every single color, it's a lot easier. I mean, there's just two colors, and I have many brushes. I'm also trying to avoid having to clean my brushes all the time, because for me that just ends up disrupting some of the process. DJ Poopy says, I've been a plumber for 20 years and poo still goes downhill and hot is still on the left. I love that certain things just the same. Fantastic. Alexandria says, I started in print graphic design, but moved to web development and print. Oh, graphic design, I think, is a fascinating field. And I wish I had time, because I was reading just a little bit about typography and some of the things that they think about when they're designing fonts, and oh my gosh. I would love to do a deep dive on history of graphic design. I think that would just be so fun. Susan was a forensic artist for 20 years. Computers are taking over that to a degree. Actually, I have a friend who worked with the Smithsonian, and they had him sculpt this particular person. I think it was some primitive person, and it was based on the forensics and all their research, and it was so cool. And he was doing actual clay sculpture. Brittany says, I just feel being a YouTuber is not going to make me enough money to be able to live on my own currently. Oh, I don't think many people can do that. I can't do it. We do not have remotely enough revenue from YouTube for that to happen. And actually, YouTube revenue is definitely not one of our biggest revenue streams at all, remotely. So I think that most people cannot do that. That's not common. June says, there's no way I can be consistent in art right now. It's been 41 years since my sisters and I have been together for Christmas, and our relatives are getting together to see us. Oh, that's so lovely, June. That is so wonderful. Jen says, I work at Michael's. Yesterday, a girl came to me and said, I'm starting an oil painting for AP art. I don't know where to start. And I was like, how much time do you have? I got her started, then told her to watch this channel. Love it, Jen. I know, I always, when I talk to people and they ask me big questions like that, here's another teaching thing. It's almost like in my head, I have to rank what
Jeez,
I can tell
everybody's going
because
live
sometimes,
tonight.
especially if you're teaching people who are just getting started, I mean, there's everything. But the thing is, you can't teach them everything. You have to figure out, okay, what is the thing that is easiest for them to absorb in this moment that is going to be the highest impact. And it's very different depending on every person. Sometimes I talk to people, and even though composition is such an important skill, I don't talk to them about it until I feel that we've resolved other things that will make the composition easier to explain. Remember, get your questions into the chat. Put the word question in caps, and that will make it a lot easier for me to see that. DT is asking, I'm ready to launch my website, but I feel like an alias would be more easy to remember. I don't have a following. What would you do? I can't make up my mind on this. Well, here's an example. I was posting an Instagram reel, and it had an artist in it who was in one of our reels like way, way back, months and months ago. I kept trying to remember it. And I had to tag this person in several different places. Every single time, I could not remember what it was. That's a big problem. If people can't remember, say, your Instagram handle or your website, it can be just like an extra thing that makes it so it's harder for people to share your work or to tell people about it. I don't know if this is your real name or not. I mean, you don't have to tell me, but I do think if you can use your real name, that's great. Or if you can even find something that is short and easy. For example, some of you may have seen, we had the stream with Jared Krasowska, who's a very successful illustrator. I still cannot pronounce or spell his last name. It's complicated. And he was so smart. He made all of his media Studio JJK. And I can always remember that. So easy. That's very important because if you have a complicated last name, you can't always count on people remembering that. In terms of alias, I don't know if you mean some other name instead of your real name, but I do think if you want to work professionally, it is important to use your real name. But again, that's totally your call. Another thing, everybody, because I think some of you may have been seeing in the news that TikTok is probably going to get banned, is this problem now. All these media companies are going haywire. TikTok is probably going away. Meta's going through a lot of things. And I used to tell people, oh, you're okay if you just have Instagram. And I've totally changed my mind. I think the two things that are guaranteed for artists is an email list and a website. And now I'm changing my advice and saying, listen, if you do anything, do those two things, because Instagram cannot take that away from you. I mean, we had our Instagram account, we lost it for a little while. We were lucky enough that I think we were able to make a big enough splash online to get it back, but we just don't know. I would highly recommend, if you don't have website, email list, and you want to work professionally, something to refer people to, those are the two things I would get on top of right now, because we just don't know. I mean, I feel for those people who had their whole businesses based on TikTok, and that's another reason why you shouldn't just be on one platform. We're lucky that YouTube is very much our home base, and I know a lot of people are now coming to YouTube because of the TikTok thing. Olive says, do you use your family's figure drawing warm-ups? I feel like my brother is often the victim of my quick warm-up drawings because of how weirdly he sits most of the time. Oh, all the time. Actually, I was really bored at this family thing, and my nephew was in a blanket, huddled, playing video games in his pajamas. And he barely moved. It was great. Like, when people play video games, they really don't move that much. I'll sometimes sketch my spouse or my kids. They're sitting on the couch. Sometimes breakfast, I'll do a sketch. I think it's fantastic. And that really is an amazing way to get better at figure drawing. I know a lot of times we associate figure drawing with, oh, you have to draw the nude. You don't. You can absolutely sketch people in real life. I'm so overwhelmed. Okay, you know what somebody asked me in an art club voice session today? I just love when people challenge me this way. They said, what is your definition of art? I forget what the second one was. Oh my God, you guys, I'm having a senior moment. Anyway, I mean, how many of us feel like we can define art? And so actually, before I tell you my answer, I would like you to tell me, what is your definition of art? Because that's the type of thing I will never come on to a video and say, this is what art is, because everybody has their own definition. But I'm very curious. And then I'll tell you when I stop painting again what the answer was that I gave the person. Okay. This is finally starting to get fun. Get back into... I'm really, really happy with the Viridian right now. It's solving all my problems. The ultramarine blue is looking really dull for some reason. Alright, let's get back up here. Because this I do think is not quite enough. This should be more exaggerated. Oh, that feels great. Oh, I'm so happy. So happy to have a dry painting to come back to. Actually, let me zoom in, because I think I'm going to work on that forehead for a little while. Maybe this will help you guys see a little better. You guys can see the detail a little bit better. Okay, I'm using my coarse brushes, by the way, everybody. This is the fun part. It only took me, what, 8 hours to get to the fun part. I was talking to somebody who was in the recent realistic painting workshop, and they were telling me how frustrated they were getting with the acrylics, and I assured them, I said, listen, it's so much slower than anyone could ever anticipate. That I just don't think people realize. It's like, I don't know, I think if you show it to people and you're like, yes, that's 8 hours of painting, it's like people are like, that's it? That's all you did in 8 hours? I'm like, yes. Welcome to my life. What would you guys say is your average for working on an artwork? I think for painting, it's like at least 20 hours for me. Probably more. Depends on the complexity of the piece. Oil painting, that is. Watercolor's a lot faster. I think watercolor, it's more like 3 hours. I mean, again, it depends on the complexity, but in general, watercolor, 3 or 4 hours, I feel like I can do it. Move to some of the wrinkles. I think the wrinkles are not happening right now. I'm going to do little touches of Viridian, but I'm also going to do that thing where I get some of the paint out of my brush. I think in general, a common issue that a lot of people run into with painting is having too much paint on their brush, because that certainly was something that tripped me up a lot. I think especially when it came to watercolor, I always had too much on my brush, and it was something that made my paintings a little bit too blobby in the beginning. So this I'm being a little scrubby with it because I want that dry look. I mean, I love lifting the glaze with my hand. It just, oh, so fun. Love it. Alright, we need to get more definition in the eyelid. I mean, I distorted the eyelid a lot. It's sort of a mess right now, but whatever. Figure it out. Gosh, that cadmium red, it really looks like it's very yellow. But I'm happy to keep this simple because I can do these two colors right now, and then once this has dried, I can go back in and do another pass of glazes, but this time with a different color. Here, the lower lid, I have to change the contour of the face to get this in place. Oh yeah, okay, that's better. God, I didn't spend any time on these hands. Now I'm paying for it. I really want to add some highlights, but I just think it's too soon. Even though it's kind of killing me to not have highlights in a couple of these spots. Alright, and the eye down here, I really did not touch it. We'll use some Viridian to get that in. I mean, I mean it, that I just think painting's not that fun until you're deep into things. Like, now I can finally paint things well. In the beginning, just smushing things around. Nose really, oh god, this is a wreck. By the way, I think, Lisa, you were the person I was talking to today in an art club voice session. We do a lot of those, by the way. That's where like all my ideas and thinking starts, with a lot of the art club voice sessions, because we talk about such a great range of topics. But one thing, Lisa, and maybe Lisa, you can correct me if I'm saying it incorrectly, but that a lot of artists do end up teaching. I'm wondering here, how many people have taught, in addition to being an artist, how many people might want to teach at some point, and who here has no interest? Because I do think teaching helped me a lot, helped me solidify a lot of things, because it's one thing to understand something, but it's another when you gotta explain it to people. And I've actually done demos where I would just do the thing, and I was having so much trouble explaining it to everyone else because it was just automatic. Like, it's like breathing, I just do it. And thinking about, oh, well, how do I break this down so somebody understands it was actually very difficult. go in. You'll also notice the rag I'm using is very small, because I had a couple times during the painting marathon where I had a really big rag and I just ended up like sloppily going over everything. I think I want more articulation on the eye. It still feels a little thin to me. I think it's here, like I'm sort of missing, there's this one little patch. I don't like that. Let's check that away. Oh, okay. I need some more red up here. Oh, oil paint feels really juicy and wonderful right now. You know something? I think I have to mix some highlight. Actually, no. I think I want to work up here. Let's go back to where I was before I got really off track. Because he has super pronounced wrinkles. And I want some of that, but I also don't want it to look like I just drew lines on his head. Which is very easy for that to happen. Well, I was telling Lisa during the voice session that I used to get all the tea on the professors at RISD because the artist models told me everything. It was great. It was like getting all of the juicy gossip on all the teachers, because think about it, if you're a model and you're sitting there staying still for the class, I mean, you get to hear a lot of things. It's pretty cool. Oh, I'm missing, oh, okay, here we need some more. It's way too much yellow, and the blue is bothering me too. So I'm just gonna add some basic lines and we'll pull some of those areas out. I am gonna mix a little bit of white with some of the cadmium red because I need to figure out the edges of some of these spots. Some of the wrinkles. Yeah, that blue really needs to go. Oh, that's way too much. Get rid of that. Ah! Drop my rag. I am happy to report I did spill my brushes again right before the live stream. Wow, this is getting to be a rite of passage. Spill my brushes. I need more prominent lines. I feel like the lines are getting a little lost. Let's just get a few that are a little bit more pronounced. I can always get rid of them. It's not working. Viridian's my good friend today. Very happy with you, Viridian. Making a lot of things work for me today. I will say when I first started teaching that I felt for a very long time like I was just repeating things that professors had told me. And it took me a long time to really feel like I had my own voice as an artist and as a teacher. Probably took me about 4 years before that started to happen. I think that's a totally legit way to start as a teacher. I mean, I think like anything, the best way to learn is to watch somebody who's really good at it do it. I think that's the case for anything. I feel like my professor, Nick Palermo, I feel like he really taught me how to work with models. I mean, how would I have known that before coming to art school? And I just saw how supportive and clear he was working with the models, and I really enjoyed that. So I really took his ethos when it came to that. Step back, I think it's up here. I think this needs to be... I like the brushiness that I have over there. I feel like that's missing in a bunch of spots. I do want to show my brushwork more. It's just right now I'm doing a lot of cleanup. I will get there. Yeah, that's bad. Maybe I should pivot. Mark here, that's bad. I got really sloppy up there. Like that. I think I do need to mix a highlight. Alright, in case you missed it, this is what my palette is looking like. You can see cadmium red light, viridian, and a little bit of white. That's pretty much all I'm using. I guess I did put a little alizarin crimson in here, but this is very much cadmium red light and viridian. Alright, we're gonna mix up a highlight. Yeah, I'm glad I'm using, like, this brush is really stiff, but I think it'll be very good for when I want to get that brushy quality. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who have taught, tell me what you have taught, what subjects. I will say, having taught many things, sculpture's the worst. I feel bad saying that because I do love teaching sculpture, but there's just so much technical stuff. I had a figure class where I taught students how to make a waist mold with plaster, and that was the hardest thing I have ever taught in my life. That was rough. Oh my god. That was really, really difficult. I'm gonna do... You know what I'm gonna try? I'm gonna try a light green highlight. Because usually I do blue and yellow, but let's do like a pale green. Oh my gosh. I'm so curious how that's gonna work. Whoa, I've never done that before. Okay, that's the color that I just mixed up. Pale green, I think it's already too dark though. I'm gonna add a lot more white to it, and let's see how that works. I want something that is mostly white. Not a lot of green. Now, reaching back. Drawing, I think I love teaching the most. I think it's just, drawing is very much my language. I do like teaching printmaking, but my only thing about printmaking, it's so technical that most of your day is saying things like, yeah, wipe that cheesecloth 3 times with gum arabic. Oh, you used too much of the V-etch lacquer. Make sure you use less of it next time. So it does end up being a lot of that technical stuff. In drawing, I found because you don't have those kinds of technical challenges, that you really do have the opportunity to get into the concepts and the ideation. I found in printmaking and in sculpture, there isn't a lot of room for that, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna try a bigger brush. gonna see how this. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's try. So this is a very pale green. It's blue. Maybe I should add more. Well, let me see. Yeah, it looks very blue. Okay, so it's a little trail, and now I'm going to smudge some of that in to the glaze.
Alright guys, hold on a second. I gotta go
Yeah, that's
check
fun.
on my wife.
Oh, and I do need a small brush. Actually, I should clean this brush. So I have a silica oil tank, and this just has that safflower oil that Gamblin makes for solvent-free oil painting. And so I'm just taking this here, and I'm just bouncing it on top to clean it. Now it's full of safflower oil.
Damn.
I'm just gonna take my rag.
Alright guys, I'm gonna have to call it right here because we're gonna have dinner,
Okay,
so I'm gonna get it
wanna
ready.
fix that eyelid.
I just want to thank y'all for joining. Goober, Rhett, Fresh Cup of Joel. Thank you guys for joining me in chat. I appreciate it. And then anybody else that's stopped through to check out the stream. And I hope y'all have a good evening, afternoon, or day, wherever you're at in the world. And until next time, bye for now. Bye guys.
I mean, I barely done this,
Peace.